In this video, we're going to discuss how to customize BridgePoint. There are several different ways to do this, and we're going to explore those options now. The first way that people typically customize BridgePoint is by using the preferences. So on Mac, we open the preferences here. On Windows, the preferences is under the Window file menu. Once the preferences are open, we go to the xtUML section, and this section includes all sorts of options that obviously affect the way BridgePoint works and the way different features behave, and we've broken them down into various categories here, specifically action language, the activity editors. Here is where someone would go to customize the various colors for comments and keywords and the like. And the diagram editors, you can show a grid and gradients and various different features that affect the translation and the model debugging as well. It should be noted that the editor is built on top. The editors for the action language are built on top of the Eclipse editors, so the settings underneath the editors menu here under general and then text editors, and this is where one would go to change the tab width or insert spaces for tabs, various settings, show the line numbers in the gutter of the editor window. So once you're happy with the various settings you've done, you can apply and close, and then those settings will be applied in BridgePoint itself. You can see my setting here for the line numbers showed up. Once you have your preferences set, it's quite typical for someone to want to save those and reuse them among various workspaces. And the easiest way to do that is to open the context menu here and then go to export and choose preferences. And generally you would just export all and then choose the file that you want to export to. You can see I already have it here on my desktop from a previous export. Once that's saved, then any new workspace that you open, you simply go into the Model Explorer and use the context menu again and then import, and you can choose preferences here and choose the preference file that you want to import, and then the preferences are brought in that you've previously configured. One of the features of BridgePoint is to be able to do all sorts of analysis as well as the actual data control and modeling of classes, state machines, and action language. And so you can do use case diagrams, sequence diagrams, and the like, but sometimes this provides too much clutter for what some users want to do. So they actually don't want to see all these various options here, and we have a way to make these disappear. So I'm going to demonstrate that now, and the method can also be used to control some of the context menus that are BridgePoint related as well. So this manage project markings dialog, you can see that it requires a special configuration to manage the markings in this way, so maybe you don't want to do that, so we want to turn that context menu off. So if we go to the help, navigate to the BridgePoint UML suite help, and then references, user interface, you can see there's lots of documentation here for BridgePoint. We're going to focus now on the BridgePoint and context menu customization. And you can see this simply describes in text what I described previously. There's a simple example here. So what we're going to do is find the bridgepoint.ini file in our installation, and it's going to look something like this. And what we're going to do is add specific settings at the end of this file to disable various context menu or UI features. And you can see in this list here, so these are all the different context menu options that can be disabled. Now, many of them you may not want to, but we do provide the option to disable them. And then you can see in the palette and new context menu, so these are your palette entries, and then in the canvas editor, if you right click, you can say new, and depending on what you're doing, you get various choices here in your model view. But we have in some cases you can see the same items show up as are available in the context menu or in the palette. So that's why this control setting controls both those locations, and you can see various things like action, activity, actor. So here's actor. The general format of these settings is the element name on the UI with spaces removed. So for instance, external entity, you can see shows up here as external entity. And then at the end of this document, what we see here is a way to disable all of the analysis tools. So for example purposes, what we're going to do is just apply these settings. So I'm going to copy this, and to make this work I have to exit BridgePoint. So I'm going to do that now. Exit. And then I have to traverse into my installation. So on Mac OS, it's down here. On Windows, you simply have to find the bridgepoint.ini file inside your installation. So I'm going to edit this file. And then at the end of the file, I'm simply going to add the settings to disable all these various things. Exit this. And restart BridgePoint. And what you see is all of those different analysis entries like interaction, sequence, use case, all of those are gone, and now we're focused exclusively on class modeling, component modeling, those various features. And then if we look in our new menu as well, those same entries are gone. So this is often useful if you want to use BridgePoint in a way that doesn't focus on analysis modeling, but really focuses on the action and activity modeling for control data and processing that focuses around components and classes and state machines. So thank you very much for your time, and we hope this helps.